Hello folks, today I'm going to be talking about Republican principles because some people are confused as to why Ron Paul is running Republican when he is so obviously libertarian. Well, that may or may not be true, but I'm going to ask the question, why are Gingrich, Santorum, and Romney running as Republican when they obviously aren't? Some of the basic Republican principles are the belief in a smaller government, support this federalist system of government, fiscal conservatism, strong national defense, individual liberties and responsibilities, and tolerance, inclusiveness, and optimism. I don't see any one of these principles lacking in Ron Paul, but I do see many of them lacking in the other candidates. Mitt Romney said that he would have passed the NDAA, even though it is not a smaller government program, and it constricts individual liberties of the Americans, which is very hypocritical. Santorum, he blatantly disregards the tolerance, inclusiveness, and optimism of Republican principles, and also individual liberties. He's recently been attacking pornography, which I'm not really quite sure what federal government has to do with that at all, and it is obviously not helping his campaign, and I'm not quite sure why people continue to think that he is a true Republican, because he disregards individual liberties. I don't watch porn, I can promise you that, but people have the right to. It's not a crime. Rick Santorum has also said some things that could constrict the freedoms of women in America, such as military involvement, and he has also expressed some views saying that women should stay in the home and not pursue careers, which some women find very offensive and against their rights. Yet again, just one example of a Republican candidate doing something that is not Republican. Now let's do an overview of Ron Paul. Ron Paul truly does believe in a smaller government. He wants to get rid of 5 useless institutions, such as the Department of Education, the USDA, stuff like that, that spends a lot of money that doesn't necessarily need to be spent. It should go back to the American citizens. And the support of the federalist system of government. This would bring the power closer to the people, and it appears that this is truly what Ron Paul wants. He's trying to become president. One of the reasons for that is because he feels that the president currently, and many of the ones previous to him, are not really doing their job. For example, presidents are not allowed to start wars, yet we have had a lot of presidents do that. And we need to the definition of president has been defined for us in the Constitution, but presidents lately have infringed on that, and Ron Paul wants to reinstate what the president truly is supposed to be. As for fiscal conservatism, Ron Paul has proposed to cut $1 trillion. Ron Paul also believes in a very strong national defense, not an offense, but a defense, and Ron Paul respects individual liberties and the ultimate responsibility for oneself. The government does not have to take care of people. If it's coming from taxpayers and given to other people who don't take care of themselves, it's not really helping anyone. And then tolerance, inclusiveness, and optimism. Ron Paul is very optimistic about how his ideas are spreading, and his tolerance for other religions is very great, and his inclusiveness of everyone in the entire country should not be ignored. He really cares about individuals themselves. He doesn't put people into boxes, and he doesn't believe in collectivism, which I think is very honorable. We can't go on talking about gay rights, women's rights. We just should have individual rights. So let's reiterate the question that I posed at the beginning. Why is Ron Paul running as a Republican? Well, because he's a Republican. and all the other candidates have shown many signs of not being Republican. Thanks for listening, and I hope this has opened your eyes to some of the weird things that Republican candidates do.